Is passive revenue too good to be true? Listen, they said make money in your jammies. They said passive revenue. They said, are you participating in affiliate marketing yet? Or are you unsure of how to get started? I'm Deborah Atkinson. You're listening to Fitness Marketing Mastery, where I share tips and strategies on marketing and selling your fitness and your health coaching services in ways that are anything but sleazy, salesy, and pushy, so that you can create both the business and the life and freedom that you love. And sitting beside me right now, as I record in my home office, is Truman, who's 13 years old, doing the heavy breathing. And just wanted to clarify, you have not been enrolled in the Color of the Month Club. It's him doing the breathing, not me. I'm not working out while I'm doing this, but I can't wait to dive into this episode. And I want to share some ideas, some ways that you can get started. And just spoiler alert, I'm going to give you 5 easy, organic ways to put affiliate marketing into action for you. And they're at the bottom. So if you just want to go to the rapid, quick answer, you may want to fast forward almost to the end of this podcast. And I won't have the time stamp until I'm actually done. So I'm doing this one start to end, doing a batch of podcasts, and you'll learn why in a future podcast coming up really soon, because I'm teaching you, I'm doing what I'm teaching. And that is how to do your fitness marketing in less time. So I'll give you that example, but just in case you want it, you're already a believer of marketing, you totally understand what it is, and you're looking for, how can I earn more money doing it? That'll be at the end of this episode, so don't miss it. All right. Have you actually begun any affiliate marketing yet? Affiliate marketing for health and fitness coaches is unnatural, especially now. It's probably easier for you to list the client who did not want to know, what do I need for my home exercise? What supplements should I be taking this year or 2020 than those that did not ask you, right? So here's the deal. I'm in the process of reviewing all of my revenue sources from last year. Something I do twice, really. The last quarter, right before the last quarter of any year, because I want to determine, what do I need to do more of, less of, start or stop in the next year for the best success and serve the most people. But now, given that we've all got to do taxes, I'm diving deeper into revenue sources, breaking it out for my new CPA in products and services and consulting fees and the speaking fees that I earn. And that includes affiliate fees. So passive revenue, I can assure you, is not too good to be true. Every month, it's really nice to have that extra money just suddenly drop in, because, I've got several affiliate marketing partners, meaning people whose programs or services or products that I promote. And I don't keep track of what day they do their payout. So, it might be on the 5th of the month, the 8th of the month, the 25th of the month. But, suddenly there will be an email payout for you. And, generally it's dropped right into your PayPal account. And life is good. But it's like, pennies from heaven. Here we go. So it's not like I have a specific revenue goal around my affiliate promotions, unless literally I'm in the middle of helping a specific affiliate with a specific launch and they're doing it, say, through me and me only. And that's rare. I've had that happen, and actually it's been very successful. I've looked at doing that model myself, but I'm not quite as organized as I need to be to do that yet. So it's a little more loosey-goosey, but still working for me too. So let me clarify that I'm really talking about you promoting other people's things and earning money when your audience buys those things. I'll speak a little bit more to the reverse at the end. Early in the pandemic, I rounded up a blog post of all of my favorite at-home exercise options. And I shot a video of each one of those items, actually. So there are a lot of little pieces in this whole project. I explained why I liked them, what they were helpful for, how to use them. And Amazon was literally sending me gift cards regularly. That was the way I chose to be paid for some of those promotions. And the majority of them came from literally my Amazon affiliate account. I'll talk more about that in a bit. And I also gained from doing that a lot of subscribers by layering YouTube videos inside of the blog and pointing from each YouTube video back to the blog. I mean, it was relevant and it was a timely topic. So I want you to think about that. During the pandemic, everybody was searching. So my specific audience was most likely to be searching on mine or using terms like women over 50 or at home exercise after 50, and they were more likely to find me than somebody else. So think about what's relevant for you now, and, during the middle of a pandemic, maybe not. We've already had that launch, but if you put some content out, think about dressing it up, reshaping it, because we're about to go into our anniversary. Right? So are people still thinking about it, still at home, still not safe, not doing the vaccine, don't want to, or don't know they trust it yet? Probably so. So I want you to choose your affiliate marketing partners wisely. And that's exactly why every one of the affiliate partners I choose is somebody I know, love, and trust. They're relevant. They're timely. Skincare, you might be thinking, how relevant is that to what I do, which is fitness during menopause, hormone balancing exercise? Well, in my book, I talk about hormone disruptors that interfere with your fitness efforts. People want to know, why is what I'm doing not working anymore? Well, there are a lot of reasons. If you're putting a lot of toxins on and around your body, they're going to sabotage my audience. So it's very relevant, at least for my brand. If you are gorgeous, you have amazing skin, and your people keep asking you, what are you using? What do you use? That also makes the product relevant. If you've established that kind of brand presence, you don't have to be Lady Gaga or Prince with one name and everybody knows you, but you do have to have a pretty big following in order for that kind of thing to happen. But you also need to believe it will, my friend. I encourage you to make a list. So if you are your target audience, your quote unquote, your demographic or ideal customer, list the things that you use on a daily basis. If you're not your ideal customer, then list the things you wish they would use and that they need to know. And know that sooner or later, some people will come knocking on your door and ask if you want to be a partner with them. I always ask two things before I say yes. I ask myself these. Does spending time doing this take me off my mission? And is this really something that I know, like, and trust and feel good about putting on my website? Because you are really endorsing it. Would you be a spokesperson for them? So think about that. And if my answer is no, this is going to take me off my mission, it's not really worth my time, so why would I do that? Then, definitely this is something that it's easy to pass up on. If I've got to spend, an hour or two creating a video and creating all of the content, it's easy for me to say no, especially if I can really look at the revenue coming in is going to be low. So my favorite things, whether it's affiliate marketing or not, that's really where I like to start. These are just a few of some of my favorite products to share with people and programs, even services. Everything you see or will see, if you come to the show notes and you're going to hear right now, I trust it before I share it. I use it, I own it, or I know the program and the company, and often the owner has been a guest on Flipping 50 because I tell them, I'd love to promote, I'd love to do that, I love the product, but my audience wants to know who's behind a company. They'd rather meet you. So are you willing to come on? And then they get it. They do. So one of them, if you're listening to the Flipping 50 podcast as well, you hear me talk about saunas a lot. It saved my, what. And I got it for pampering, but a year later, I needed it for mold and detox, not just recovery from exercise and relaxation and, to enjoy the benefits of infrared sauna. But now more and more people are using it for, longevity, for anti-aging. Not that I'm so anti-aging, I'm much more pro-aging, but you can do that better too. An electric bike, not for myself so much as I actually struggle with that a little because I'm not going to ride that electric bike around town. It's been like pulling teeth to get me to ride it around the block. But I enjoy it. I love the concept of it for people who are stuck inside and otherwise couldn't get out on a bike with confidence because of their knees, and needing to push uphill when they've got knee issues. An electric bike gets them out, gives them freedom they didn't have before. Love that. I'll share beds, sheets, and pillows, my CBD products that I use and share with my mom, bone broth. Everybody knows I've got a favorite, and skincare products and Thrive Market, especially right now. I have a lot of customers who are in rural areas, and even some of the things that I think are easy for them to find, they can't find at the grocery store. And when someone told me that the first time, I was like, are you kidding? Like, where do you live? But not the right question to ask. So instead, go looking for where can they get them. A lot of things can be purchased on Amazon now, but Thrive Market was there long before Amazon, and the prices and the rates on Thrive Market are quite a bit better. So I'll put the link in the show notes to that. You can check it out for yourself. And when I lived in the mountains, that was a lifesaver because it would come directly to my door. I didn't have to go shopping. You know how it is when you need to go to 2 or 3 grocery stores, at least I do, to find different items that you can't get at the other one. I share things for natural hormone support, meaning not the hormones, but the support like the adaptogens that actually help your hormones work better themselves. I share castor oil packs, coffee and tea, and those are just a few, certainly not all. I talked earlier about the exercise equipment. I'll talk about that a little bit more. I also share programs that I endorse for my clients, things that are complementary to what I do, like emotional eating programs by my friend Tricia Nelson, Heal Your Hunger, fasting programs by my friend Cynthia Thurlow, and functional medicine coaching programs by 2 of my good friends, and also Instagram success. So pay attention here, especially if you are listening in the middle or toward the end of January. So listen, I promote how to market, overall marketing strategies. I'll get you started. Make sure that you're being consistent, give you some of the details, the things you need to be thinking about, the questions you need to ask. If you want to go deep on a platform, for instance, like Instagram, you need an expert like my friend and her course, Social Butterfly. And I will link to the podcast that I did with her, but that course is open right now. It's taking off in February, so you can't sit around and wait. But if you're trying and you're getting no traction, you've got 5 or 7 or sometimes 15 and maybe 20, but you're nowhere close to, 100, and those people are not buying from you. You're not turning them into customers. It's time to stop wasting time. You do need to be consistent, but remember this, you've got to be consistently going to the right goal. And you got to get the inside picture on what do I do with my hashtags? Do you know, for instance, should I put them in the text of the message itself or in the first comment? Do you know if you should use 10 hashtags? You should use 11, you should use 17 or 20. Do you know what the limit is? And do you know what the sweet spot is? Do you know how to do your hashtag research? How many searches, how many numbers on each of those Instagram hashtags should there be for where you are right now in your business? Do you know the answers to those questions? You need to. Do you know which posts convert the best? All things that you want to know the answer to. So listen, if You remember the whole point of sharing anything, including your programs with your customers and to help them, it's to help them, right? Customers are already trying to crack the code on something, hormones, emotional eating. And for you or I, it could be Instagram. You're trying to crack the code on that or YouTube ads. And listen, even I don't do it all. I take strategy, consistency, messaging. But if you want to be an expert in any one area or on a platform, first of all, don't choose a platform. Choose a platform that your customers are on. You better be asking everybody you are working with right now, which platform are they on? Do they use the most? Be on that one. Don't just choose it because I think it's sexy, right? I do believe Instagram is going to grow. It's like a search engine. You should probably be there, but I would spend the most time growing the first one where you can get the most clients interaction quickly. If you work with seniors, for instance, your affiliate revenue, your passive revenue might be sharing senior cell phones, alert buttons, lift chairs. And yes, seniors are online. And if they're not, the sons and daughters that are seeking solutions for them are. You can start with Amazon. It's an easy first step to get started as an Amazon affiliate or Amazon associate, is what it's called. So you can Google that. I'll put the link in the show notes. For me, and likely you, when you find yourself answering the same questions over and over again, it's best to just create a page where you can send people to. So for me, it's flipping50.com/resources. They will ask you, what scale do you use? What weighted vest should I buy? What tubing or bands, or is there a brand of blah, blah, blah that you like? If you start getting those questions regularly, or if there is a list of these are the top 5 things that I recommend or I use, you can put lists like that very easily to send new clients to and save yourself some time so you're not answering those same questions again. And I share it all in a resources page, and not all things are an affiliate on my resources page. I just share things because I actually use them. I find them valuable, and I want some of my clients to have an easier time getting results too. I also share test options as a part of my passive revenue promotion. The process I use with private clients to get them better results. And I share that with everybody. So I do DNA test result overviews and lab overviews if people have ordered them directly through me, and is included in the price. So it's important to stay within your scope of practice. I tell clients the purpose is to teach them how results can help them make decisions, to help me create specific questions with them for their healthcare provider, and what it might mean for their exercise based on other clients' results and examples. So that way you're not, quote unquote, interpreting for them. You're just giving them some knowledge about how they would read and what these things mean. So I do self-directed lab tests and DNA testing, both. Things that didn't work for me or I said no to, even passive income, shouldn't make you compromise your mission. There have definitely been some failed items that were sent to me to try that either weren't successful or weren't something I could even speak positively about. My agreement with a company is always to offer negative feedback to them and positive feedback if it's right for me to promote. Some of those products include a lower back support, a painful pair of sandals, and an equally painful pressure point mat. They were big failures. I just had to say, look, there's no way that I could promote this to my audience. The biggest lesson I learned, and I'll pass on to you here, is that if you're not sure, pass. The lack of authenticity, if you don't love it, will deem it ineffective. And it takes time to vet those things out. So I would definitely pass if you're going to promote it, if you're not going to promote it a lot or you don't love it. If you want to go and look at some of your affiliate marketing options, just to get started, you can start an affiliate center. It's a hub for affiliates. So you start there. Some of your favorites in mind, like Power Systems, Perform Better, and Roadrunner or Jump Sport. for instance, use the platform and they operate their affiliate programs through that. So if you, in fact, reached out to Perform Better, they would send you to, if you want to be an affiliate, you're going to apply here. And you would go to the link I'll put in the show notes, and it's CJ. In order to get there. So it's like conjunction junction. Does that even sound right? But I think it is. So I'll put the link in the show notes. You can go there, and also to the Amazon Associates page where you can look at, what's the payout? Is that even worth it for you? But here's the deal. Once you do it, if you spend a little time or you have a tech person set it up for you, you're done. And you can then easily go in and add or remove things. Here are 5 easy organic ways to start affiliate marketing for that passive revenue that you are going to love if you decide, I'm going to do this, or you are doing it and you're not really getting anywhere. So number 1, add a resources page to your website. So it's just there all the time, because if people love you and follow you, you're going to end up saying the same answer over and over again. So it's so easy to say, yeah, you'll find that on my flipping50.com/resources page. And they'll get the link right to it right there. From there, you can link to, different items as well from blogs and podcasts. So that's number 1. Number 2, out of those 5 easy organic ways to start affiliate marketing is create gift guides for specific holidays. So obviously, we may have just passed, if you're listening to this in the moment, we've just passed the biggest gift guide. I create a gift guide in the beginning of November, by the way. So it's really important that it's out there. It's good. You're going to spend some time doing that, doing a nice one. And you want it out there for at least a couple months. I usually have any coupons I've got expire like December 31st. But that's a great one. But there are other holidays you can create these for. Mother's Day, Father's Day. You can, number 3 going on, you can also create a top 5 list. Like, it's a cheat sheet, basically. My top 5 at-home equipment recommendations. That's your cheat sheet, and maybe that is an opt-in. You can either give them to brand new clients, online clients, or you treat it as an opt-in. People shopping for at-home equipment are gonna need to know how to program with it, how to use it in their program. So great lead and feed. And another way to every one of those 5 can be on your affiliate marketing list. So people are opting in to your list for a freebie that you could actually earn money from if they buy something. That's a pretty sweet option. Number 4 is insert a link or an image with a link, a live link, into a relevant blog. So let's say my example of earlier this year during the pandemic, top 10 at-home exercise tools or small tools, and I could have segmented that. We could create, my top 5 small equipment, at home, small fitness equipment pieces, my top 10, big at home fitness equipment. You can do it all kinds of ways, break things up, build it up, break it down. But listing or linking to them in a specific blog, and then you'll need to go on and talk a little bit about why I recommend this specifically for you, meaning your audience. So remember, the more narrow and niche you are, the more people that you're going to attract. Because if you're trying to attract, a 60-year-old woman and hopefully, also attract a 24-year-old, guy in the same article, really? How's that going to work? Right? So the language that you're going to use is going to be very different. The equipment that you're going to be recommending is very different. So unless you've got a lot of blogs that are like that, so you can get specific, choose a niche, stick with your niche. The riches are in the niches. You've heard it here. All right, number 5. Of those 5 easy organic ways to start affiliate marketing is link to items in your recipes or your workouts. So recipes or menus of workouts, if you're doing sidestepping with a band, link to the band. If you're writing any workouts, and literally give those away for your, say, in your blogs. maybe it's part of your freebie again, that they opt in to get that free workout, and you're going to link to those pieces that they need to actually have if they don't already. So that could include the tubing or the balls, or a number of things that you're going to suggest that they use in recipes. I have my own protein product. So I'm going to link to that. But if I'm an affiliate for Ava Jane's avocado oil, Ava Jane Kitchens, it's one of the things that I promote. If I'm using bone broth in a soup, I'm going to link to the one that I love and know and is passive income for me. So all ideas where you organically have those links that, you put it out, you're promoting it this week, maybe because it's brand new, but it's going to live there. And you always want to be coming back and sharing your blogs and podcasts and those pieces of content that you've labored over and created. It's never that one time. It's what do you continue to do with it? Last but not least, your own affiliate program, creating passive income for others, but income you never would have seen before. That's the flip side of affiliate marketing that we haven't talked about yet. It's for someone else creating your program, basically, so that they can promote you. So, do you sell a program or a package that you can afford to give a percentage of to a partner for a customer that you wouldn't have gotten yourself? Consider if you had to advertise for that particular customer, what would the cost be per lead, for instance? Like if you were doing a Facebook ad, sometimes you're paying $5 to $10 for a lead. And what if you have an even warmer or hotter customer? Then what's that worth to you? So if you're doing coaching, personal training, I would say small fraction of that percentage. I give very little, 5 or 10% at most if it's for coaching. Even for private coaching, nothing, because there's nothing more valuable than your time. But for certain programs where there is a live coaching component, I will still give something, but it's not as much as it's a do-it-yourself course where they'll get far more. Don't give your time away. Remember that. So generally that small percent is given if you're giving away your time coaching or training. And, on digital programs, if you have a course, the percentage is usually about 50 or at least 40%. And sometimes it's a flat fee. Say somebody has a large program and they're going to say, I'll give you $500 for every lead you give me. They're probably charging, somewhere between $4,000 and $5,000 for the program. And, if you have customers who, it's a perfect fit for, that many of them would go for that, that's a great relationship, because you promoting, first of all, increases the likelihood that if they love and trust you already, they're going to get into a program that they need. And so keep those things in mind. You may not be ready yet to have your own affiliate program, but think about who you would partner with if you were, and start building those relationships now. To learn more about getting started in the mastermind, the Build Your Business Mastermind in 2021 at one of 3 levels, while this crazy perfect storm is yours, I will link to that in the show notes. And I'll link to the resources that I've mentioned here today as well. And what are you waiting for? The world needs us now more than ever.